How we doing? Ground pounder, bad for you. What up, Peter? Joseph. Buckhead's here. Awesome. Haskin, what's going on? Joseph, it's getting bad, man. It's ridiculous. I can't. Oh my God. Well, I reckon this is episode 106 or 107. I can't remember. I'll check later. But your weekly violations. YouTube is just littered with trash nowadays. Everybody's a genius that's reinventing the wheel, and they're about to blow your mind with the most incredible technique that you've ever seen that has been shown a million times before, or has been shown before, but they'll play it like they just cracked the code and figured it. It's at times just embarrassing. Like, I don't know. Like, have some shame. The weirdness, like, the unnecessary just... Oh no, what up, Owen? Damn, get to a charger, brother. Alright, so I need to start this out like I always do. YouTube finally helped me out and gave me info for my members. Some have came, gone, we've lost a couple, but I can honestly say we have the realest group of tree people on YouTube in such a small little group. And it blows my mind when I start reading the list and stuff. So I need to shout all these people out. Apparently YouTube thinks, like, I'm not saying they think, but like they put it in order. So shout out to Chris 520. Apparently he rejoined like 25 days ago, but I remember Chris at the beginning. So thanks, Chris. Timber Slasher 4899 has been a member for a month. Birch Leaf Trees rejoined 2 months ago. Tree Mugs, Patrick, Educated Climber, 2 months. Dan the Tree Man has been supporting for 2 months. DJ Leslie Trees, 2 months. Peter Shea rejoined, has been here since he rejoined for 4 months. Veteran Tree Service, 4 months. Guilty of Treason, 4 months. Low Impact Forestry and Tree, 5 months. In the Trees, 5 months. Dutch Dog 804 has been supporting the channel for 5 months. Bucky Sauls, dude, shout out to you, has been supporting for 7 months. Ground Pounder rejoined, but he's been supporting for 10 months. That's crazy to me. Chris Beckett 2759 has been supporting for the entire year of 2025, and so has J306 Snow Mexican. So a huge thank you to all those people. Basically, that's where all my edited content goes now, is onto the members. And I mean, I may be a little partial, but I feel like I make better content now than I've ever made. And I thank all those people, because you're definitely keeping me going. So let's get into episode 106. Alright. Oh, Jesus, okay. Oh, man. So, I'm just, like, I should probably just do a quick whoop for, how insane the PSAs are for this week. It's just, it goes and goes and goes. But, I mean, just stop embarrassing yourself. Some of this stuff that you're posting, I don't know if there's an understanding how permanent these posts are. You don't have to put that thing behind me is making me look like an elf with a little point on top of my head. I don't like that. So you're embarrassing yourself. This stuff is permanent. You know, from 616, what's up? Sweet. Joseph, yeah. Yeah. Every time. So, you don't need to post some of these like, you're embarrassing yourself. You may get away with the stuff. That's the problem. Like, there's a group that are tree people. I would consider them to be your peers. And then you have your ignorant people that have no knowledge of anything. So you get these in-between guys that are like, they're impressing your average Joe that knows nothing, but embarrassing themselves to someone who knows something. So it's a wild time in tree work. Like, I'm so thankful for the members because I don't even want to add to it. I really don't. Like, I'm glad that it stays in that little bubble. But you didn't invent something new. So stop kidding yourself. You did not invent something new. I don't care if you called it a new name or something. That don't make it new. That just means you're stupid, lazy, or just completely full of yourself. I was going to go way further than that. That you think you don't have to respect the person's work and the time that they put into it to create it and name it and test it and all that stuff. You don't even respect their work enough that you're renaming it. I call it this. Who are you? Who are you? You call it... No. It's all been done. You know, you can't go steal another... Just because it hasn't been shown in a couple years or something, like, it's all been done. So, share it. But this, like, thumbnail and title that's like, I'm about to blow your mind with this technique. No, you're not. You're actually not. You just stole someone else's stuff, and you even feel the need to show it before you even try it. Before you find out if it works. You're already taking little TikToks of it. This is crazy. You gotta stop. You have to stop. Go all the way with the sex change then. This is getting goofy. It's a little much for me. It's a little much. But I would say this ability to overcomplicate stuff, so for the sake of making a video that is going to be like a 2-second thing, and then you're gonna pat yourself on the back like you're so advanced. When don't give yourself so much credit. If you showed something and it looks complicated, that doesn't mean anything to somebody who knows what's going on there. Like, you could show a 15-second video of something, but I'm that asshole that is gonna sit there for 30 minutes rewatching it and be like, oh, you're goofy. They don't work at all. What are you doing? That's why I don't want to contribute to it no more. I just can't. I mean, and I don't want to, but... Alright, well... show it more in like action. That's what I would say. If you come up with this new amazing idea, instead of like demonstrating it and not doing anything, show it in action and show it working. Then explain why all that happens. This thing of like, see, you take one of these and you take one of these, you take one of these, and then this goes like this and this. Oh, okay, so you watch somebody else and then you went out and just repeated what you seen. It's very obvious at times. Like, there's no understanding of it. There's this, I seen this done. I set it up one time in my basement. Now I'm gonna go make a damn video of it. Once again, stop embarrassing yourself. You don't you don't have to do that. Um, these outfits, these fruity, 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 fruity outfits. I don't know. Okay, here's the problem. I was gonna say I need to know who is making the colors and the outfits and all this stuff, because like I need to have a talk. We need to have a talk. I don't like any of it. Like a few things here and there, but like then I rethink things, because it's not like it was when I started. There's women that do tree work now. See, our big problem I think we're having is that men are buying the women's stuff. Guys, it's not all for you. Battery saws, it's not for you. Purple akimbo, not for you. Your purple chaps and your purple jacket and your... Okay, it's not for me. I know, but like, I just don't want to look like a Power Ranger. Like, the Rainbow Ranger is that. I just, these IG pictures and stuff are getting chaotic. I don't know. Like, women may, like, if you're a single guy, like, what if someone checks your page? Like, they're checking your page, and like, I just need to stop. I gotta move on here. A lot of guys are cosplaying and pretending to be skilled tree guys, and it shows. It's not, you can, I don't care how bad and how bad you want it to be and how good you are at editing, it'll come out. It'll come out. People have this desire to want to teach and show off and show how cool they are, you know? They just can't help it. They need to do it. And they embarrass themselves right there. So, I understand. I used to, okay, Educated Climber has had this de-evolution, okay, where he's went back to he's not even, he's pushing away from the devices, all the technology and everything, and because we have this weird little thing where guys want to skip all the basics and go to being a wizard. Like, that's too whimsical for me anyway. But they want to skip everything. It's like, and then they want to go straight to the advanced techniques. They want to know all the advanced stuff. Forget all the simple stuff. All not the simple stuff, but the stuff that you build a career on. The basics that get everything done. That everything like evolves from that. Everyone wants to skip that. Let's go straight. I want a rope walk. It's mind blowing, and I understand now why Patrick has had this de-evolution where he's all about the 3-strand. The most simple rope they make. Everything out of that. Nothing fancy, unless it needs like. He still really enjoys building a good rigging setup, but I question what's going on. Like, I don't think I understand it. I understand it. Like, to where you don't even want to be associated with it at times because it's embarrassing. So, That, dude, there's spray paint, brother. Paint it. You may be able to hide that thing as long as you ain't dressed in all purple with it, okay? When it accessorizes your outfit, um, I'm not, well, actually, when it accessorizes your outfit, like you get, I mean, that's not good. But there still seems to be a few men out there that climb on YouTube. Um, but at the same time, there's a lot of women that have buckets, and I mean, it is what it is. I just think we should bring back. This is my final verdict for the PSAs this week. I just feel like hazing and bullying, like maybe it don't need to come back for everybody, but it needs to come back to the tree industry. I'm sorry. It needs to come back. So I'm bringing it back. Alright? Okay. Let's see. Let me see something. I didn't even get to see any of the fun. God dang it. Alright, well, first channel this week is Rion Rounds. Rion put out a video. Oh, like, we got demonstrations. Look at this monstrosity of stuff right here. Do you see all this? I'm about to show you something with this. Guys, this is insane. What are you doing? Like, what are you doing? But Rion Rounds puts out a video. Branch snaps under me. Dangerous winter tree job. I'm like, okay, here we go. See you, Owen. Appreciate you, brother. Have a good evening. What up? We got Tree Fella here. Alright, so every Rion video starts the same. He tells you about how the other tree companies around him suck, and how he's going to do the job they couldn't do. That's what we all do. I mean, that's what we all do, right? It turns out when he gets there, there's a snap tree that looks pretty simple. But, of course, for maybe it's like just the way you would normally do it, but it ends up being, we need to hook up pulleys here, 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 and here, and have winches and this, and it just becomes so convoluted, and at times I feel like overly complicated. Like in this situation, I kind of understood a lot of it. The only thing maybe I wouldn't have had would have been the winches, but so I don't know. It's just the rest of the people that I've seen this week, the other stuff that I've seen this week, made me hate this a little bit. But he ends up hooking up a couple winches that he's got set up to pull this broke tree. He'll sever it the rest of the way and pull it out. I think they end up breaking a pin on the winch. Just like run to the hardware store. In the video, Rion says that the Omni Block safe workload limit is the same as the rope. And what would I categorize that as? Because I need to... That's a false statement. That's not... I don't think that's correct. He says the rope has a 9,000 pound safe workload limit. And he says that the 2.6 Omni Block is the same. I'm pretty sure the Omni Block has a safe workload limit of 4,500. The 2.6 Omni, or that's like 20 kilonewtons. but it has a safe workload limit of 4,500. Rion says it's double that. I don't think that's true, but I don't own them things, so maybe he's right, but when I looked it up, it's not right. And that's kind of something that maybe needs to be pointed out, because if somebody now buys one of these 2.6 Omni blocks, they're going to think they can throw 9,000 pounds on it, and it's just not the case. But so Rion sets up a bunch of stuff. He ends up rope walking up this one, setting a pulley. Oh, it swings over to the other one, sets a pulley. Like, does all this work setting ropes. Does everything correct. And then, after he breaks this bolt, has to go to the heart, you can tell he's starting to rush and run out of time. He just says, fuck it, and spikes the hell out of this red oak so that he can cut the tree free finally and pull it back. I just thought that was kind of funny. Like, I guess there's really no way he could have edited that part out. I don't know. But I just thought it was funny to spend all that time not spiking all these other trees, and then he just pulls the spikes out, says hell with it, and spikes the shit out of this red oak. But hey, whatever. Rion needs to get out of the crane more. Because he kept, I don't know if he was doing it for the sake of the camera or what it was, but he kept saying that was scary. That had me nervous. That was this, that was that. And it's like, huh. Old Rion definitely would be saying that. But maybe, I'm trying to get this damn heater a little closer. Maybe it's different now for him. I don't know. My bad. But he needs to get out of the crane more. I like seeing him climb. Those are my favorite videos anyway. And then he cries at the end about carrying gear up a hill. Brother, everyone does it every day. We don't all have Avants that carry everything for us. But, yeah, that was his video. Then, Guilty of Treason put out a video. It was called The City Called in the Big Guns for this huge tree removal. I don't like that you called yourself the Big Guns. Oh. I don't like that. Jacob's a sissy, and he's sick again. He's always sick. He's like a weak little lady. And he always tried to tell everybody that it's because he ain't eating enough meat. Brother, eating meat doesn't cure everything. Someone has brainwashed this guy. He's like everything. If he would be perfect if he would just carnivore it. I don't know about that. I do know about that, and that's not true. Randy has to pick up the slack because Jacob's sick. He's got his little tenderfoot. He's in my toe hurts. And then he's like, acting like he's doing us all a favor because he's recording a video. And he even says that. He's like, oh, even though I'm sick, I'm doing it for you guys. And you try to gaslight me at the beginning. I don't like that at all. Okay, yeah, not to me. I had like a quick. No, yeah, actually, I'm gonna ticket you for that. I don't like that you even said that. Brother, you have a damn cameraman and an editor. What are you talking about it's hard? What are you talking about? You're doing... Really? You guys all got camera editors and like camera guys and stuff? I don't know everybody's business. Me personally, I don't see you guys's, but maybe everybody's got them now. I don't know. I don't keep up with everything. Apparently, this is a rumor. So this is a rumor that's going around. But from what I've seen in the video, it is pretty clear that the crane was the best buy that Jacob has ever made. Next to, if not exceeding, Sappy Supplies. The crane has made him basically rich. Um, this is just what I took from it and the rumor, but basically I'm thinking that the crane, he's like gonna be, it's gonna make him a millionaire. But yeah, apparently that was a really, really good buy that brings him no like headache, nervousness, stress. So Randy does all the work, and he even talks about how it's been a little bit since he's done stuff. It was a little rough. The weather's crap too, which I don't care how good you are. The weather can make a day rough on you, all on its own. But at the end, Jacob all of a sudden isn't sick and gonna follow the log. You know, the Monday morning court, he comes in to take all the glory. You know what I mean? I'll follow the log. And he comes in there and he follows the log, okay? And this guy, he looked at his stump and was like, "You did it." I was like, "You made a stump." But I don't, maybe he's like he's on a bunch of medicine. So he was like more intrigued by some hingewood or something. I don't know what happened there, but he was very amazed at the skill that he possessed to fall this 10-foot log. Yeah, I don't have anything else to say. That's just what happened. But you know, the super lucrative, most amazing decision ever, the crane. Jacob had talked about earlier in that video that his mechanic had actually taken the LMI apart and it was full of water. So he dried it out. Now the LMI is working real good, and he talks about how expensive these LMIs are. Like a used one's like $9,000 or something. Like, I don't know. But they're expensive as hell. So Jacob, how about you put a little umbrella over that thing? Like you're in the rain again, and like I'm watching it on your helmet cam, and I'm like, it's getting water in it again. Like there's a seam right there where it probably comes apart. Put some tape over that or something. Like do something to keep some of that rain out. Maybe, once again, he was super amazed by his hingewood. So maybe he's like, you ever took too much Robitussin? Or Dimetapp? That one's easy. That stuff tastes good. But you drink a little too much, and you get a little woozy. Maybe that's what happened. But seal that, like, the seam off. What up, Bert? That way you don't get no more rain in it. You don't have to replace it or fix it or anything. Like, or get a little umbrella. You seem like more of a little umbrella kind of guy than a duct tape guy, but do something. I mean, I don't want to hear in a video about how you had to pay $4,500 to get a bit. Stop it from happening. Okay? I'm trying to help him out. Sometimes he don't listen to me. I don't like that. He should listen more. See, I got all mixed up when I was doing this today. Damn it. And I like wrote, somehow I got the book flipped over and I wrote on it back. Work with me a little bit here. We're about to get to some just, my mind was blown. So, next channel is JLM Tree Service. He puts out a video called New Equipment, comma, Topped Maple Trees and Slicing Cherry Tops. I mean, I don't want to be the grammar police, but there should have been another comma in there after maple trees. But hey, whatever. Um, the video starts, and I mean, I don't know what else you want me to do. I have to do this. Sometimes you don't want to do it, but you gotta do it. So you say, this is the part I don't like, where guys will show top trees, they'll top trees, do whatever, and then say it's gross, or I don't like it. Don't show it. Don't show it. If you don't respect what you did, don't show it. That's the beauty. Especially like Jacob, he's got like a cameraman, an editor. Stuff may get recorded, and stuff may even make it into the video if he doesn't check it at times that he doesn't know about. But you're making your own videos. You don't need to perpetuate bad tree work by showing that you topped a bunch of trees at the beginning of the video, because you didn't show us you doing it. You just showed that you did it. Which, I just feel like you're like rage baiting tree guys. Whatever. That's cool if that's what you want to do. I don't understand the showing the top trees. You didn't show us you doing, just you showed us the finished product. That's it. You started your video with it. Like, are you not doing much to where that's like a intro worthy? Because some guys, I feel like, want to post so bad they need some people to give them some likes. Like you know, you want to go with me to rob this guy? And we'll record it. You think we'll get some likes? Yeah, I'm in. What? It's weird. You don't have to show everything. So in the video, he shows his top trees. Cool, I guess. I don't understand why we showed it. Then he said they were gross and whatever. He bought a bucket truck because climbing's too hard. A lot of guys have bucket trucks, you know, because climbing's too hard for them. He's still, I think his name's Josh. I think Josh is still playing the YouTube character. And I wouldn't point this out. It's almost like that public access pastor that runs one of those billion-dollar churches who's got a jet. Like, the way you talk to people isn't genuine at all. Like, I just, it kind of goes through me. And I want to support, but I'm like, oh, man. When he's talking to his ground guys, that's the real him. It comes out. It seems like a chill dude. A good dude. Why that isn't the guy that we get to see, I don't much understand. I would think I would like it way more. But this, when you see and you feel like someone's playing a character, it's hard to want to watch it. When you're like, oh, they're not. Why can't they just be them? I don't much understand it. Some people are weird. I don't know. But if he didn't like interact with the coworkers during it, it comes. Then you see just this total different guy that's like just a normal dude, still a nice guy, but it's just not this overly fake, upbeat, everything's positive kind of fucking Billy Ray style. But you know, whatever. He ends up climbing a cherry tree that's got a good little lean to it. Originally, it kind of leans out towards the house. And he climbs up his cherry tree. There's some hangers up in it. And maybe it's just, hopefully it's just a coincidence. August puts out a video doing a salami cut on a top. Of course, the same week he's topping, slicing cherry tops. It's like, maybe it's a coincidence. But when he's taking the tree down, he's pushing logs out. And he lands one flat out of 11. So when you stab 10 of them, do you feel like then when you do land one flat, it deserves to be like you should play it twice, slow it down? I mean, I get it, but like the problem was the first one went flat, the next 10 stabbed, so it was like you were getting worse as you went down. I just thought it was strange. It's not a violence. I just thought it was weird. But this one I don't want. I don't want to see this. I don't want to hear this. This is when these guys get these bucket trucks. Then they end up having to climb. They start saying that the climbing is so sketchy and they were nervous and... Please, no. Just don't do that. If you're going to use a bucket, I'm telling you, I did it. I used a bucket for a good 6-month, 8-month period when I was much younger. And I was not very good when I got back. I said, oh no. I'm way off. But do your own thing. But I don't want to hear how sketchy every little thing is that you do when you climb, because you want to use your bucket truck. That's a you problem. But I salute all bucket babies. If you do your thing, I have a lot of close people to me that I respect that are bucket babies. I have family members that use estrogen elevators. But then I don't look down on you. Just say, hey, you get to do what you want. It's not me. I don't. Okay. Here we go. This video, as short as it was, maybe it was just the last straw. I was not talking about him. No. Absolutely not. So, this video made my blood boil. I can't take it no more. Alright? I can't. Just got crazy. I may have. That is exactly... I may have said it. What's up, a tree guy? How we doing? The problem is, unless you're using it all the time, I think these guys that do their thing and run down to the rental place and rent one for a couple $100, they don't have to have insurance. Like, they don't have to insure that thing. They take it out, they don't own it, they just rent it for a minute, take it back. It's hard. Like, I get wanting to own it, but it's like, it's rough. It's rough. Like, that's me just being real with you. Oh. Okay. Sizemore Tree Works. I believe his name's Justin. I've met Justin before. He used to be a regular over here on the channel. You may see him at times attached to the ass of I'm sorry. Sorry. I had Buck and Billy Ray. He's a friend of Buckin's. So he puts he puts out like literally lips to ass. He puts out a video called "First Job of the Year." I mean, go. And then I see what's going on, and I almost lose my mind. I like legit almost lost my mind. So, you see this back here? This is a convoluted, ridiculous mess of a setup. So we're going to do something here. I'm going to show you this, because I want you to understand what was done before we get into it. Okay? There's some good info here. You can get something out of this. Okay. So, back here, we're going to pretend. You got to use your imagination. But, we're going to pretend that we're up in a tree, okay? We've got this really sick, cool setup. Now, you see all this stuff I got going on. You see all this? This is so that I can be tied into 2 points. Now, what I have here is, and actually this is not all of it. I should have something else. I should have another ring attached here, so that I'm doing it exactly like his. But this is what we got. So, we're tied it over here. We're tied it up there. We got this setup. Now this setup is said to be retrievable, okay? So what we got here, if you look close, is a cambium saver attached to, this is what I call, it can be an adjustable lanyard, or adjustable anchor, or a friction saver if you want. But it's this rope right here. It goes up, around, to there, back up, down, and it's got a ring at the end of it. So, what we've done is we've ran it up, around, and we have to have, like I said, I'm missing a ring here. But this should have another ring to it. All this, like, so much of this is not needed at all. Actually, none of this is needed. I can show you really quickly how to make all this unnecessary. So, here's what happens. It's just, I think he feels like he needs to show this for the sake of how incredibly overly complicated of a setup he comes up with. So I'm like, what is even going on here? I'm going to check the comment section to see if, like, what's happening? Like, what's his intent here? What's the reason for this? And I start to understand, and then I'm like, okay, this guy makes no sense. I've been following Sizemore for a while. It was just a couple months ago that he said he's simplifying everything. The gadgets, all the excess gadgets are unnecessary, and he's going to simplify everything down. That's when he was really about bucking. And then maybe he hasn't been around bucking for a while, so now he's a tree wizard again. You know, talking about he's doing this to spread the force. Like, none of this makes sense. And we start to get some answers as I go through the comment section. So my worry was, He would make this video, put some music to it. People would tell him how cool he is, how amazing his setup is that he did. I don't really know why. Because none of this is necessary. It's all none of it makes sense. And I'm gonna explain to you why. But I start to question him in general when he starts to say stuff like he's simplifying everything, and then he comes up with something like this that he's showing people. So I'm like, what's going on in that comment section? So now we can get to that. I was worried he's going to delete this video, and we wouldn't see it. Like, I wouldn't have the stuff. So I wrote every comment down and every response to every comment, and then I finally figured out what he was doing. And he doesn't know what he's doing. This is him he should just say, I'm experimenting with stuff, instead of trying to pretend like he's came up with an ideal to solve a problem. You're not. You're just experimenting with stuff. I don't know what... I don't... Overly complicated. It's not practical. And it's a little fruity. Like, I don't understand it. First comment was from @TimberjackLogger. And he says, after watching this video, have a prosperous new year. I'm going to give you all of them, because I don't want to say make you think that it was only negative bad comments, because it wasn't. This guy told him to have a good year. And he says, have a good year. And that was a good song you chose. That was a real good song you chose. Sick. You're good at picking songs. Now he argues with people here. Alright. So, next comment. And this one I really, really like. He says, this turns out to be Tree Mugs, Patrick, educated climber. He leaves him a comment and says, quite the anchor you got there. If you don't know Patrick, he has a way, he's Canadian. They're nice, even when they're not. Now that's a bit of sarcasm. Because this is an anchor. He's right. It's quite an anchor. But this is where it gets puzzling. Sizemore, and, well, not only Sizemore, but Sizemore first doesn't understand the sarcasm. And he says, thanks, been messing with some longer friction savers to get a little higher tie-in. Okay, this is where the huge problem comes in. I know you got this. And even if I did this a little smaller, this one would go up. And this would be in more of a V. So pretend like this is higher. But, yeah, like, you're not, just because you got rope up here, that doesn't mean you're tied in up there, okay? This is just from me to you. I'm trying to help you out. I know there's rope way up here. Way up over here, okay? That's cool. That's cool. I think it's awesome that you were able to get rope up to there. That's sweet. The problem with that being, you're not tied in up here. Your anchor system goes in up there. You're tied in right here. So this convoluted setup gave you a lower tie-in point. Your comment is, I've been playing around with some longer friction savers trying to get some higher tie-ins. Brother, no. That doesn't make any... This makes no sense. This does nothing, but it kind of, it gave you multiple points to be tied into. But I'm like, let's see what else. Where our guy Tim comes in, and he's in the comments on this one. And he says, no, Mugs, talking to Patrick, how are you not fed up with all the social media phonies? Overly complicating everything. I can't stop seeing it now. This is where I start to... That's the truth. I know Sizemore may not like it, but at this point, after this comment, when Patrick told him that's quite the anchor you got there, just the acknowledgement is enough to get him giddy. He's stoked on it. Educated climber thinks I'm... I don't even think Tim read into sarcasm. Because he also was like, Patrick, no, how are you not fed up with this? I believe he is. I know I'm not speaking for the guy. I'm just saying I think he is, okay? I may be wrong. But Tim's comments liked multiple times. Patrick's comments liked multiple times. Sizemore's is not. I feel like I'm reading between the lines there. And I'm like, Like, I think Patrick liked your... This is just me. This is what I'm reading from it. Sizemore has to be cocky. This pissed me off. I don't understand why he... If someone thinks... I don't buy it. He plays the part of I'm this... I don't know. Like, it comes off very fake, but maybe I don't have the right to say that. Yes, I do. I'm the sheriff. This is goofy. This is dumb. I'm going to show you how to fix this. Look at this. You see all this stuff here? Now, I know he's watched a video or something. And in the video, somebody showed this real cool setup, and he wanted to use it in the video, even though it's not needed. He's like, I'm going to use it in the video, and then people are going to think I'm really, really advanced and really, really super smart. But then when someone leaves you a comment about, that's quite the that's quite the anchor you got there. That's not him telling you, that's not overkill. That's not him telling you, that's not unnecessary. But, brother, it is. So, here's what he was hoping for in that whole scenario, which he doesn't even say, is that this is retrievable if set up right. Let me tie a knot here with this. In theory, it would go through the first ring, okay? Go through the carabiner, which would retrieve it off of this. Then hopefully you get this to pull up through a union, and the other one too. And then you come down. So, the weird thing is, you remember that setup I had there? The comments keep going. And they read. Tim says, why aren't you fed up with all this? I can't stop seeing it. Sizemore's response to Tim is, you better give Yoshi back his Avant. Wouldn't want him to miss the flower cup. That is the zestiest comment I've ever heard. I don't even know what that means. It just feels very zesty to me. So, that's like, there's a blind ignorance that like, if you don't see that is overly complicated. And that doesn't mean that's someone else's fault. Sometimes, good criticism that would help you isn't what you want to hear. It isn't the nicest thing, but it's factually right. So, remember, we had this big old mess of stuff. 3 different friction savers and rings and bunches of rope up through a bunch of unions. We have those 2 unions, okay? Let's do this. I'm going to show you the same 2 unions. None of that shit. Keep it. I don't want none of it. Up through. All the way back over. Up through. And we get our damn rope's not long enough. The reason it's not long enough is because I was doing a demonstration for a little stupid tie-in point that was low. I didn't need that much rope at the time, but I got one right here. So let me show you this before we go on. Because I do want to give you something worth a damn. Because if you've seen what he did there, and you thought that was impressive, you're just naive and easily entertained. Little kids get stoked when I do stuff in front of them too. That's a lot of the audience that when you look at something, you're like, that's pretty incredible. No, it's not. It's stupid. It's overly complicated and dumb. There's a point of like, you're so overly complicated that it's dumb. And that's what a lot of that shit is. So, just for the sake of making it quicker, no fancy knots. We're just going to get our carabiner on here. So, through that union, up through that union. Now remember, we're just using a damn rope. Homeboy had half of Sappy's supplies with him. So, good, we got this. I got to attach the damn zigzag. So remember, his answer to tree mugs was, yeah, I've been messing around with longer friction savers trying to get higher tie-in points. And I showed you there. He did not achieve what he said he was trying to do. I don't know if he thinks he did. Because if he thinks he did, that's where we got a bigger problem. If you think just because there's rope up there, that's your tie-in point, we got issues. And it's much more than like some friction savers. So, now, it's got tape on it. Now we got rid of everything. We don't need any of that shit. And I'm going to show you how to use both the unions that he used. And none of that shit. And it's going to work. And it's going to achieve what he wanted to achieve. So, the comments go further though. As we're doing this, I'm going to read. So, next comment is from Veterans Tree Service, I think. Yeah, next comment is from Veterans Tree Service, and he says, I don't get why you made this so complicated. So, what's the answer to Tim? It's the cocky. What's so complicated? Like, if this is complicated to you, you're the one with the problem. That's so arrogant and dickhead, like, and that's what the way it comes off there. And you don't even know what you're talking about, but you have this confidence to you that you should not have. I don't know if you developed that because you hang around Bucking and he gives you shout outs, so if you think you're like, I don't know. This is the same guy that at Buckenstock will teach you how to climb. He's teaching climbing classes. So maybe it's gave him this false confidence to where he's putting out videos like this, acting like he's something special. Let me show you. Tim asked him, why'd you make it so complicated? He said, what's complicated about it? Tim says, you didn't need to use either hitch cord. You still would have been balanced using each end of the yellow rope. So all those other clipped together stuff, he could have just put the friction savers together and been right here. Would have been the same thing. Okay? Because the moving system wasn't on none of that shit. All those extra things were attached to the friction saver. They weren't attached to the moving climbing system. The climbing system was here. This is where it was tied in at. So, Tim says, you could have just took all those hitch cords out, all those rings out, all those carabiners out. You still would have the same tie-in. Here's where he gets cocky. And I'm like, gross, dude. Where are you getting this goofy ass confidence from? Because it's unearned. So, he said you still would be balanced on just the friction saver. Sizemore says, yeah, that changes the forces, bud. Listen, dickwad, don't call me bud. I don't know if that's the same for every dude, but when you bud me, I promise you wouldn't bud me if we were face to face. I'll tell you that. Bud. I hate that so much, but hits him with the bud. And I'm like, that changes the forces. Nah. No, that's not changing the forces enough for any of that. All he did was grab the belly of the friction saver, cambium saver, and pulled it down. You didn't do nothing special. That was giving you no benefit. No matter how much you want it to be true, just, no matter how bad you wanted to use that technique and how you seen somebody else, and yeah, you hoped everybody was going to be like, you're the man. Just not real, man. It's just not real. So, you could have got all this by doing this. Now, the pulley has grabbed the belly of the rope. Clip it in, especially if you got like a hitch climber or whatever, clip it in. This is going to allow you to be tied in at both, working one device, spreading your forces out, and here's the best part. You actually got a higher tie-in point. Where's your tie-in point? There and there. Where was your tie-in point before? Here. So how did that whole mess, it's still right here, all of this, which involves this thing, and remember, I was missing a ring. So there was another ring that was supposed to be on this, and it should have been way longer too. And then this little tool is kind of fun. One thing I'll do with this thing is if I want a base anchor, and I used to do it sometimes, but I would base anchor a rope through a tree, anchor it off, climb up, then take this and wrap it around on the base anchor, and then climb dual off the base anchor. It's just a friction saver, just a little cambium saver. So he had all this and the extra ring and this super long cambium saver. Like, why? Here's another little trick. These things, little bungees, those are good retrieval balls. You can get them really cheap instead of having to wait to buy a retrieval ball from the store or a supply place. These little bungee things work really good. So, I'm all over the place. All that stuff just took up a bunch of space. It was a bunch of extra gear that was unneeded, unnecessary, overly complicated. This, with the addition of a micro pulley and a carabiner, did all of this didn't do what you wanted to do. You told Tree Mugs, I was trying to get higher tie-in points. That didn't do it. This does it. But the problem with this, there ain't enough gear. It needs more gear. It needs more gear. The more gadgets I got, the better I am, right? The cooler people are going to think I am. And the better thumbnail I'll get, you know? So I don't know if we caught everything there. Hopefully that helps you out. But there is a ridiculous pride and like swagger to you that you could chill on a little bit. It's unwarranted. I know Buckin's fooled by it. And he thinks you're this really great climber that is amazing. And talking to your peers with this weird cocky attitude, like you're better, is maybe just go be a logger that splits firewood. It's probably not going to go over here because he keeps going. His interaction with Tim went further than that. You know? So remember, Tim says, why'd you make it so complicated? What's complicated about it? You didn't need to use either hitch cord. You still would have been balanced using each end of the yellow rope, which was an extremely big adjustable friction saver. Sizemore's answer, yeah, that changes the forces, bud. This is what's gotten him away with like all the other guys that are kind of a little bit knowledgeable and they have some brains to them that have been like, that's unnecessary. He's like, they don't know about forces. The force. Listen, I don't know if you're you some kind of Star Wars geek. I'm sure you ain't gonna give me no super awesome information on forces that's gonna change my mind and tell me like, and I'm gonna think you're awesome now. You can keep your forces to yourself. Yeah, I don't like that. So Tim answers back. You were concerned about forces? Question mark. You're not breaking those sticks. And then Tim hit him back with, bud. I like that. Sizemore's answer is, this is silly. Didn't you just break a pulley? I gotta do this. That's gay. That's what a girl would do. That's what a girl would say. Didn't Johnny just break up with you? What? What the fuck does that have to do with anything? So, of course, didn't you just I can't do that. I'm trying to keep a straight face. But, for God's sake, make it stop, man. Didn't you, he says, this is silly. Didn't you just break a pulley? Good night, Tim. And so Tim says, it gives him with the peace out emoji. And then I commented, Tim's right. So it's a really good comment section. If you get a chance, you should definitely peep it. It's good. But that's not it though. There's more apparently. At Ben X8U said, I think it would be more efficient if you added some friction hitch. Added a friction hitch. Okay, I don't know if anybody else doesn't, just don't understand that men razz each other, and that's sarcasm. This is the best part. Sizemore comes in and says, LOL, to what? Like, he's like, to what? And then he liked his own comment, I think, which, because I was looking through everything and all of his comments, his little smart ass remarks back, there was just like, you should go like all those too, that way it looks like somebody agrees with you. But like, he says, LOL, to what? You know, he's like, what, is there something else I should have added a friction hitch to that I forgot? Because I feel like I attached it to everything plus some. So Tim comes in with a comment and says, I think that was sarcasm. Same point I was making. Um, so then the next comment was from Bramirez 1803. And he's a doofus because he said nice setup. So, like, that guy's dumb. He's like, whoa, pretty colors and lots of clips. And look at all that rope. So he thought it was sick. So shout out to Ramirez. At Robert Franks, he said, LOL, what in the name of floating false unions? So, I don't know if any, like, maybe he just liked that. I think Sizemore liked that comment, because as long as you'll leave a comment and it's not completely what he doesn't want to hear, he'll give you the heart. So I think he may have liked Tim's comment even, but brother, it's okay not to know everything, and it's okay to experiment. But there's no need to have this cocky, I've figured everything out, I know so much. It changes the forces. Be honest, you don't know, it's not what you're doing. You're not worried. If you're worried about being tied into both, all that extra shit that's not it, man. That's not it. It's not helping. It's not doing what you want. You told Tree Mugs that you did it to get yourself higher time. It's just the truth. The facts are facts. That's not what is going to get you your higher time. So. The forces, exactly. The forces. The force is not gonna earn everyone's respect. So just chill with the cocky attitude. He seems like he's a good dude, but I think the fact that over at where Bucking, when he's around Bucking, the climbing skills are so limited and caveman that he comes off as this wizard. And maybe that's one to his head. Because you can see with the way he interacts with other tree guys that know what they're... There's this, I'm... Like, haha. He puffed at a cigar when he said it, probably. Or he had one of those little long cigarettes. It's got a little filter thing. And he's like, you don't know about the forces? Get out of here, dude. Just chill. Like, it's not that serious. When you're playing around, just tell the truth. I got this new cool rope, and I wanted to use it, and I thought this looked cool. That's okay too. You can do that. Just don't lie. Like you made up two different lies, and neither one of them made sense. You know, the forces and higher tie-in points. I'm sure you got one of these. Well, here, let me show you. In case you don't, I doubt it though, because you had like 50,000 other things. But if you get one of these things, I'm not trying to insult you, because I know you know everything. You're a wizard. A whimsical one, a majestic one. There's a thing. You get these beaner things, and then you just get one of these things, and then you grab it by the belly. You pull it down, just like you did your cambium saver, and you achieved a higher Dying point. I know I've amazed you right now. I may turn that into a short and make it a how-to video. So, alright. So, okay, the first violation, that I'm done with all that. The first violation of 2026 was one of our own. And I have to acknowledge it. Ground Pounder. I'm scrolling through my stuff, and my guy, GP, is far too comfortable with his face between two cocks, putting a video out on the internet. I was in shock. I said, "What's going on here?" I maybe didn't mean to post this, but yeah, shout out to Ground Pounder. He's been kicking out his lives over there doing his thing. So check his channel out. Super Shay's been doing some cool builds on like 500i and stuff during the live feeds. He's like probably could help if you have any like little questions about that stuff. He's been doing a few of those here lately. At Climber Drew put out a video called "How Two Firefighters Started a $15,833 a month part-time tree and 92 cents tree job, or started a part-time tree company with no experience." That's a long damn title with some lots of numbers. Doesn't technically break any rules. It's kind of a sentence. Maybe I don't like it. Maybe it's just too long. But seems to be doing pretty good as far as the views. Now, Drew, he's been a wiener of the week a few times. Seems like a fairly intelligent guy. He's weird. And he's strange. He's got a strange sense of humor. Who isn't, you know? But he seems humble. And he's not like looking to pull the wool over your eyes with anything. If you want to join somebody along their way as they're building their experience and stuff, and he's pretty honest, sarcastic, which I enjoy, funny. Check his channel out. He's been very open with his experiences and like what he's dealt with trying to start a company with him and his buddies. So, you know, comparative to me, he sucks, but I mean, he knows that. So at least he's not trying to lie to you or anything. Oasis Tree put out a video, and he also did like a photo shoot like a girl would when they get their high school pictures, and like I seen it on my feed, and he's like, I had a great, like he's doing a calendar for 2026 or something. I don't know what's going on with that, but he put out a video, and all I could say is Isaac's back, so it may be worth watching. Right? I mean, check it out. August, he put out another lame old, same content. He just climbs a telephone pole looking tree, cuts some fuzzies off of it. Here's what I don't like, and actually I don't do this. This is what I do, and no one else, you don't get to start doing it. Now this week, I believe, I've seen Jeff Schroeder and August both talk shit on battery chainsaws. Let's see your battery saw do that. No. No. You're not in this game. No one let you in. You can't start. I say that. You don't say what I say. So like, I say that your battery saw's gay. That's weak. that can't do get. You don't say it though. Stop trying to steal my stuff. I don't like that at all. Especially when you've used it and you've recorded yourself using it, and then now you want to be, you're like trying to get with the cool kids. Nah, nope, 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 nope. We don't want you. And then last one I think I ran into this week was Veteran Tree Service. He put out this goofy video. It's like 12 ways to fall a tree. And then there's a period. And then only one thing really matters. That's not English. Like, that's not a sentence. You're here too. I don't want to hear it. Like, you know the rules? That's not right. You could have made it say only one thing really matters. So here's 12 ways to. I don't know. I'm not your damn English teacher, but that's not it. I don't like that. You're tubing too hard. You're trying to put the action words at the beginning to trick people to get their. I don't like that you play the game so much. So here's the facts of the whole video. I'm gonna break it down. So there was 11 out of 12 that were all stupid. So he showed 12 ways to fall a tree, 11 of them stupid. Now, one of them, and I mean 1 out of 12, was kind of cool. And the only reason was that he gave it a good name. So I don't know what he was in with this video. Then all of a sudden, here's the problem. He showed 12. So I think I may have ADD or something. But like, he's showing 12 different ways to fall a tree. And my brain is weird because he like introduces Jordan. And I don't know where'd this guy come from? No one told me Jordan's on the team. So I don't even know this Jordan guy. But Jordan shows up. And it's like, Jordan's gonna. And I'm like, who's this Jordan guy? And then my brain's like, okay, they're a team. So, and if that guy's Jordan, what's everybody? So then I'm like, they're the Bulls. And then I'm instantly like, who's who? You know what I mean? If that guy's Jordan, then a little snatch, Jake, who's he? If he's on the team. And then you got Tim 2, Jordan, Jake, aka Little Snatch, and then regular Tim. So if they were the Bulls, because my brain's fried. So I'm like, Jordan gets to be Jordan, but he gets to be Jordan because I don't know him enough yet to make fun of him. Because where'd this guy come from? No one told me this guy's on the team. So Jordan is Jordan. So Tim 2 would be Pippen. So you got Jordan is Jordan. Tim 2's Pippen because he's already Tim 2, so he's like never the best because you already got labeled 2. So you got Pippen. So Little Snatch, Jake, would be Rodman. Because he's zesty a little bit sometimes, you know what I mean? He's like, I remember he showed his crotch in a shot and stuff. So and plus, aka Little Snatch, that's weird. So he's Rodman, definitely. But then that leaves us with Tim. And who would he be? And I was like, he could be Kerr. Because he's a dork. He's a little nerdy white guy. But then I was like, Kerr was like, he kind of did win, and he win then. And then he became a coach and won. And now he's kind of cool. Tim's not that. So I'm like, he can't be Kerr. And we already got Jordan, Pippen, Rodman. And I was like, BJ Armstrong. And I mean, that's as good as I could do. I seen BJ, you suck. So I was like, good enough. I had thought about it long enough. My brain went, and I was like, I'll go with it. But, yeah. So, I think so that we don't have the mix up with the names, you guys should go by those names from now on. It would make it easier for me. So, that's all I got. I mean, and I was scraping the bottom of the barrel right there. That was just a weird tangent where my brain fried out this week when I was watching a video. Alright. What do you want to talk about? What? I don't have any more violations, damn it. I'm out. Exactly. Yeah, and I thought you guys would be the Bulls hit. Like that'd be your team name, the Bulls hit. And then if you put the words close together, it just looks like the bullshit. But yeah. Also, kind of hurt my feelings when you said that no one likes me, because that's not true, dude. But you know what? I don't care. I don't want you to like me. Don't like me. Don't hit that thumb button. Please don't hit that. You just respect me, okay? As long as you respect, you don't even gotta like it. You know what? I'm not. Yeah, it's easy to do do it in the comments, ain't it? Because you can go back and just delete it and be like, no, I was never a jerk. I'm sure that the comment section on that video will soon be non-existent, if I had to guess. But, yeah. Probably gain 1,000 subs, bro. Yeah. Joseph somebody had to speak back, deputize him. Yeah, I shouldn't I? Oh, yeah. Who, BJ? Uh, I wish I had like a comfy spot to lay down right now. I would sit on my belly with my cross and do the ears, like, cause I hate to sing that behind me. I do the TikTok girl thing where you do the and be weird as shit into the camera. It's just $5 a month. God damn, the truth hurts so bad. I hate it. I hate it so much. No, that's not just that. That is an elite group. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. I look at that group, and that's 80% of the people that I respect on the internet. So like, I'm cool with it. He's been taking pills for that show, so yeah. He took one talk, and then we never heard from him again. He moved straight to Los Angeles. Yeah, I'm out, man. Like, I can't talk, I can't tick, I can't. And you should ask me to do them both together. I'm definitely out. I don't know what the hell to do. Maybe I'm too old. I don't know. That checks out. That Jacob guy. He's just. You should be able to, yeah, you should be on his account. You should get it anyway. You know what? I do need to. Maybe I can check to see. I may have had some emails that I'm behind on. I'll try to get something together to where I can do some membership gifts for some people and let them try it out. So I got a new video for you guys for just YouTube. What I'm gonna do every once in a while is it just ends up being more work for me, but I will, instead of doing these little shorts, since they go up to 3 minutes, I can do like 3 minutes worth of the videos and try to break them down into a really quick edit, and that way the content's a little more. It'll be a little closer to the actual videos, but I don't know. There's a couple guys that I enjoy watching anymore. I'm hate watching the other half, and I'm fucking suffering through the rest of them. So I don't want, like, I'm kind of stoked that mine's not out there. I don't want it in that group. For a membership, yeah. You guys had so much on latex gloves. I bet you would be able to find that. That's facts. But they saved money on giving each other prostate exams, so like, you know, I mean, it has to even out. You know what I mean? Just much. I appreciate that, dude. Dude, my live feed, there's like, at best, there's 10 of you guys that speak up. And there's like another 15 that are hate watching hard. And I respect it. I just want to say hello, Buckin, size, like, I don't know. But, yeah, I think it's funny, though. I can't get mad at it if I do it, so. What up, Jimmy? I can't laugh at Yes. Yeah, he's up or somewhere lingering around. Love to hate watch. Dude, you killed it though on that that cottonwood. It's rough, that like first climb. You start to get in your like at right around 40 and stuff. Used to be I could come down, go back up, go like a couple times in a day, have no trouble. But you start hitting that age and like, if you're not in the tree continuously moving and there's stop time and restart, and like that's worse for me. I'm not a fan of that. The Murph come in here? I talked to him a little bit ago and was text messaging with him. He's too gangster. He comes in afterwards and then tells me if I suck or not, like, because God knows I need his approval. But no, the Murph's, he's the man. But he'll just randomly be in a bad mood and basically be like, that video sucked, and I respect it. Like, he's a grumpy old fart. Because I'm the same way sometimes. Even though I'm super hip and sore and young and popular and all the good stuff. Oh! Check it out, Owen got a damn charger. You the man. He's funny. He'll send me, this would be over with if it was Daniel's, up to Daniel. He texted me a couple days ago, like, it's a couple weeks maybe now, and was like, basically told me, he's like, it sucks, you're not good at it no more, maybe you should do something else. I'm like, you motherfucker. I'm ready to like, just, my thumbs were raging, and I'm like, don't. He's old and grumpy. He don't know any better. Just leave him alone. I'm like, shut up, David. Or, sometimes you just gotta tell, oh, okay, Dave, I'll just quit. He's funny. The internet needs more of him. He is blocked in every person's comment section across the board. Everyone has blocked him. So if you can even receive a Daniel Murphy comment in your comment section, You got thick skin. Let's just leave it at that. Leave the demented man alone. Yeah, he did. Nah, he's the man. He like messaged me on New Year's too, and was like, told me have a Merry Christmas. Like, he's that kind of guy. He's the man. I like Daniel, and we just me and Daniel started out like Daniel and a lot of people probably started out. He did so many things before anybody knew, and now that tree work got cool, he's already uploaded all that stuff. You know, he's already out there, and he's kind of like the voice of the truth. Like, these guys would be like, check out this new yada yada yada, and Daniel's like, I uploaded that 8 years ago, and he's like, here's a video. So I respect it. I have to, because I'm about there right now. I'm about to start telling people I made that up and do stuff like that, because I want attention too, just like no, I don't. I start looking at, if you had a huge channel, there's no way you can be that close to too many people in the channel, but I think things can get lost in the sauce so easy when it gets that big. So I used to ride a long neck dinosaur. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I don't know. I feel like I've been mean enough for long enough already. Damn, I was mean really quick this week. Like, I just want in. How'd I finish up? And it's only that's crazy. I think I usually go off on more tangents, and I was a little more focused. So I made it through that. I didn't think I would make it through everything, but we definitely we survived another year. Seems like everybody got out of it pretty good. I know some people may get offended by some of the stuff that gets said sometimes, but if you break everything down, and I'm not just teasing and poking fun, most of the stuff I say has like a heartfelt reason for it. Like, I don't want to see anybody get hurt. And sometimes I'm trying to tell you to stop doing something so that you don't teach someone else how to get hurt. So maybe you don't get hurt, but you teach something that gets somebody hurt. I also find that to be lame. So I just wish guys would take a little bit more time. There's just this major, real quick, I want to be the man these days. Instant, you know. I know that tree work is it's so complicated. But guys want to skip all those basics and straight to rope walking. When you have guys that do tree removals without spikes, because they say they're like, there's stuff like that on Facebook. That's why I don't use Facebook. Shit is so goofy. There's guys on there that are so goddamn backwards. They do removals with no spikes on, and they're like, I'm faster without spikes. I'm like, well, you're fruit. Like, that don't make no sense. Well, why'd you do that? Why? That just, I don't know. Check it, Joseph. The comment section's probably already gone. That's why I wrote down every single thing. Somebody go leave me a comment that says, not enough friction cord, bud. Or the forces. The forces. See, and that's hilarious. Like, I don't know. It's just the thing I think that bugged me more than anything is like, he was a guy that was into trying to get all the gadgets and stuff, and he would show that, and then now it's turned into this weird little TikTok kind of posts that are about pretty colors and and ASMR kind of weird like I don't know. I can't relate. But when he was hanging out with Buckin and doing the Buckin stock and the Bunyan, before that he's like I'm downsizing everything. Things don't need to be so complicated. You just need hitch cord, and because he sees guys that's what he wants to be like them, and so you only need hitch. But then he turned like, make up your mind, brother. Like I I I would stand behind it if you took one stance or the other, but it is not cannot be comfortable sitting with your butt cheeks being spread apart by a fence. Like you're just pick a side. Pick a side. That's one of my issues, I believe, with Bucket. Like, it's just he'll tell you one thing, and in the same breath, he'll contradict it. And it's just like, oh, man, how? Yeah. Yeah, I didn't do anything. I didn't go into no Bucking stuff this week. I'm going to leave it alone. It needs a break. Uh, I think he dominated this week. He sent me a sick ass picture of him like standing up for like New Year's, told me to have a happy New Year, and it's like, of course, he's got to show me that he's the like. There he is. He sends me this sick picture where he's like standing up on a stump, falling a big ass oak tree or something. But yeah. Yeah, me and Murph just had a conversation of what you have the right to do when it comes to all this. And with as opinionated as I am with everything, I still believe you should be able to do all those things I tell you not to do. I mean, that's the truth of it. I think you should be able to. I would rather you not be a liar and pretend to be better than you are, and you know, have a ridiculous false sense of confidence that's possibly going to get you or someone else hurt. But I would rather you, but I think you should have the right to be that way. Like, you can be a shitty person too, if you want. You don't have to be a good person. You can treat everybody like hell. I think you deserve to have the option. Like, it's not what I would choose, but at the same time, I feel like I deserve the option to discuss what it is that you choose to do and upload here. So, I feel like that shouldn't hurt anyone's feelings. Unless your only intention for putting the stuff up was to have your ego stroked and to possibly become famous. And if that's the case, you're lame. You know? Sweet vanilla udder. That's sick. There we go. That was the first one was a little gay too. Like, and my daughter said I could say that. So don't get mad at me. Don't try to cancel me. I was like, hey, can I say this? Is it cool now? And she was like, sure, Dad. So don't get mad. I'm not judging. Dude, 100% Randy, as soon as you get it up, we're all there. I promise. I'll funnel everybody that direction. Just start the damn thing. And then make videos of... you could make videos combing your mustache in the mirror, and it would beat most of fucking tree content out there right now, dude. Yeah. Yeah, I feel like I tried to look up guilty of Randy. It said it didn't exist, and I didn't like that. I felt like you're not really Randy. I feel like Randy has possibly been kidnapped, and you're not the Randy we're seeing in the videos right now is not the real Randy. Because I mean, the guy now like only wants to like eat meat, and he doesn't eat Cinnabons. He's never did a backflip. I have questions, so you should definitely start a channel so we can get some of this stuff answered. So let us know when you start it. I'm sure Guilty will give you more help than you'll ever get here, but we're all there too. So definitely, like, yeah, I don't know, guys. I was only here because Randy was here. Now he left. I think I'm gonna leave. I'm just kidding, but that's crazy though. Did you find it? Sick. Sick. Okay, I'll be there in a minute. That's awesome. Cool. Yeah, as soon as I finish up here, I'll go there. Well, guys, I'm sick of talking to you. Most of you get on my nerves, except for the people that are in the members. Stop doing stupid stuff. There's no need to look like a rainbow Power Ranger. Battery cells are for girls. And thanks for your time. I appreciate y'all. Have a good weekend. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Have a safe work week. And thanks for giving me your time as always. Remember, life's serious, real, and like enough. You can't take this stuff too serious. Get out of here. See you next time.